On July 18, 2025, the country music world lost a radiant star, Helen Cornelius, whose voice and spirit brought warmth to countless fans through her heartfelt duets and soulful performances. At the age of 83, Helen passed away in Nashville, Tennessee, where she had built a life steeped in music and community, as shared by posts on X from at Country Rebel Co. and at Express US News. While no official cause of death has been confirmed by her family, sources like Express US suggest she had been battling health challenges in her later years, with some speculating a heart-related condition, though details remain private. Known for her chart-topping duets with Jim Ed Brown, like I Don't Want to Have to Marry You, and Saying Hello, Saying I Love You, Saying Goodbye, Helen's journey from a Missouri farm girl to a Grand Ole Opry star was one of resilience, talent, and an unshakable love for country music. Her big heart, as fans and peers remembered her, shone through her songs and her life. Today, we're diving into Helen Cornelius's cause of death, age, family, net worth, lifestyle, and biography, to honor a woman whose voice still echoes in the heart of country music. Helen Laureen Johnson was born on December 6, 1941, in Monroe City, Missouri, a small town where the rhythms of farm life and family harmony shaped her early years. Growing up on a farm with 7 siblings, 2 older brothers and 2 younger sisters, Judy and Sharon, Helen was surrounded by music from an early age, as detailed on Wikipedia. Her brothers played in local country bands, and her father, Joseph Johnson, encouraged his daughters to form a singing trio called the Cornelius Sisters, performing at local venues with songs like Mr. Sandman and Tumbling Tumbleweeds, as Helen shared in a Country Star's Central interview. Her mother, Lou Elsie, instilled a sense of determination, which Helen later credited for her success, telling Performance magazine, "Belief in oneself is probably the most important ingredient to success." At Monroe City High School, Helen was a cheerleader and choir member, graduating in 1959 before marrying her high school sweetheart, Louis Cornelius, at 18, as noted on InformationCradle.com. This early chapter of her life, filled with family support and small-town dreams, set the stage for her remarkable career. Helen's musical journey began humbly, singing with her sisters and later forming her own band, The Crossroads, to tour regionally, according to Rocky-52.net. After marrying Louis and welcoming 3 children, Joseph, Christy, and Denny, she worked as a secretary, balancing motherhood with her passion for music. By the late 1960s, she returned to performing, and in 1970, her songwriting talent caught the attention of Screen Gems Music, where she signed as a songwriter, penning songs for artists like Reba McEntire and the Oak Ridge Boys, as per HelenCornelius.net. When Screen Gems folded, Helen sent a demo tape to producer Jerry Crutchfield, landing a contract with MCA Records and later Columbia Records, where she released her first singles, per Wikipedia. Her big break came in 1975 when RCA Records paired her with Jim Ed Brown, a seasoned country star. Their 1976 duet, I Don't Want to Have to Marry You, soared to #1 on the U.S. country charts, marking the start of a string of hits that defined an era, according to Billboard. Helen's warm, emotive voice blended perfectly with Brown's, earning them the 1977 CMA Award for Vocal Duo of the Year, as noted on CountryRoadTV.com. The late 1970s and early 1980s were a golden period for Helen and Jim Ed Brown, with duets like Saying Hello, Saying I Love You, Saying Goodbye, I'll Never Be Free, and Morning Comes Too Early reaching the top 10, as documented by AllMusic. Their chemistry captivated audiences, and their weekly appearances on Nashville on the Road, seen by 7 million viewers, made them household names, per en.wikipedia.org. Helen's solo career also gained traction with her 1977 hit What Ya Doin' After Midnight Baby, and she earned nominations as Music City News' Most Promising Female Vocalist and the Academy of Country Music's Best New Female Vocalist, as shared on HelenCornelius.net. But by 1981, feeling her identity overshadowed in the duo, Helen parted ways with Brown to pursue solo work, releasing Love Never Comes Easy and touring with the Statler Brothers, per Rocky-52.net. She also starred in a road production of Annie, Get Your Gun, showcasing her talents as a singer, actress, and dancer. In 1988, she reunited with Brown for a nationwide tour, rekindling their magic, as Country Universe recalled, noting their ability to ignite a song and an audience. Helen's personal life was marked by love and profound loss. Her marriage to Louis Cornelius ended in 1980 after 21 years, and the couple faced an unimaginable tragedy in 1982 when their 20-year-old son, Joseph, was killed in a rodeo accident, gored by a bull named Hooker in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, as reported by UPI archives. The loss devastated Helen, who had just returned from a tour when she received the news, according to our NN.ng. She leaned on her faith and her surviving children, Christy and Denny, who remained her anchor in Nashville, as per informationcradle.com. Helen kept her personal life private after her divorce, with no public record of remarriage or new relationships, as noted on famousbirthdays.com. Her close bond with her siblings, particularly her sisters Judy and Sharon, and her sister-in-law, Pat Cornelius, provided solace, especially during the 2010 Nashville floods when she stayed with Pat in Hannibal, Missouri, as she wrote on helencornelius.net. Her love for her family extended to her community, with fans on X, like at Country Rebel Co., remembering her big heart and generosity. Helen's lifestyle reflected her Missouri roots and her passion for connecting with fans. With an estimated net worth of $1 million to $5 million, per Andomoney.com and Superstarsculture.com, she earned her wealth through record sales, songwriting, and performances, including her 1990s venture, Nashville South, a dinner theater in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, where she performed nightly, as noted on CountryRoadTV.com. In the 2000s, she joined the Jim Stafford Theater in Branson, Missouri, and became a regular on RFD-TV's Country's Family Reunion, sharing the stage with peers like Jeannie Seely, with whom she co-starred in the musical comedy Could It Be Love, playing the sweet Eve to Seely's Mabel, per Country's TarsCentral.com. Her Nashville home was a haven of memories, photos from Opry performances, awards like her 1977 CMA trophy, and mementos from her travels, as described by AllMusic. Helen's love for harmony-rich songs, like the Chordettes' Mr. Sandman, stayed with her, and she often took fan requests at her shows, per helencornelius.net. Her faith, though private, guided her through loss, as she shared in a Country Stars Central interview. The news of Helen's passing on July 18, 2025, at 83, sent ripples through the country music community. Fans on X, like at Calcaronios and at 004 Nino, mourned her loss, calling her a legend with a voice to match, while at Express US News highlighted her big heart. Without an official cause of death, speculation on platforms like X pointed to health issues, possibly heart-related, though her family's privacy left much unsaid, per Express US. Tributes poured in, with fans recalling her energetic performances, like a 2003 solo show praised by Country Universe for her ability to hold a crowd in the palm of her hand. Her legacy as a Grand Ole Opry member and Missouri Country Music Hall of Fame inductee endures, as does her influence on duets, often compared to Porter and Dolly or Johnny and June, per CountryUniverse.net. Her work on Country's Family Reunion kept her connected to new generations, and her 1985 self-titled album and 1983 Cystic Fibrosis Foundation role showed her versatility, as noted on Rocky-52.net. The loss of her son and her own health challenges in later years only deepened her empathy, reflected in her soulful performances. Helen Cornelius's life was a melody of grit, grace, and harmony. From a Missouri farm to the Grand Ole Opry stage, she carried her family's love for music and her own unyielding spirit. Her duets with Jim Ed Brown captured the heart of country music in the 1970s and 1980s, while her solo work and entrepreneurial ventures, like Nashville South, showed her boundless creativity. The tragedy of losing her son Joseph and her strength in carrying on made her a figure of resilience, as fans on X, like at AllMusic, celebrated her as a true legend. Her modest net worth belied her immense impact, measured not in dollars but in the lives she touched through song and kindness. As we reflect on her journey, from I Don't Want to Have to Marry You, to her final country's family reunion appearances. We honor a woman who sang with heart and lived with love. If Helen's story has moved you, if her music has warmed your soul, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Let's keep her legacy alive, honoring the voice that carried country music's heart. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life of Helen Cornelius. Until next time, keep singing, keep loving, and keep her spirit close.